Behind me is the Iranian embassy, and the embassy is mourning. Right now, we have seen that the national mourning has been announced in Iran because of the death of Ibrahim Raisi, the president of Iran, who has been killed in an ill-fated helicopter crash. Iranian president, with his senior cabinet colleague, including Foreign Minister Amir-Abdollahian, was coming back from East Azerbaijan, where he had inaugurated a dam which was jointly developed by Azerbaijani side. Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev was also present at the inauguration ceremony, and from there, Iranian president was on way to Tabriz, where he was expected to inaugurate another oil refinery. And then this incident happened where helicopter crashed. It made a hard landing. This is what initially was told, in a very mountainous area, very tough terrain. The weather was very bad. It was thick fog, about 5 meters of visibility. This is what the search team have told us, that it was practically impossible to reach at the location at the earliest, though during the course of 15-16 hours of rescue and search operation that was launched immediately after the information came of Iranian president's helicopter crash, about 50 to 60 team joined the entire effort. The rescue teams were also called from other countries. Russia also sent its research team. Turkey government did send drones which tried to locate the position or the location of the flight which had crashed. Then the neighboring countries also told Iranian government that they are also ready with all the resources and technological capabilities that they have in order to locate and trace the ill-fated helicopter which had crashed. Now, with the information coming in the morning, it was clear that the helicopter had crashed very badly. It was practically burned, dismembered, and spread across a vast area. And the Red Crescent Society, which was first to reach on the location, did tell that there was no visible sign of any life that may have survived. Initially, it was told that there was some signal that had come from the crash location, which in a way informed the central command that the president's helicopter had crashed, and possibly a few hours earlier also some of the signals were being traced, and the possibility was that, the hope was that there could be some survivors. About 9 persons were on board, including President Raisi, his foreign minister, then the governor of the province, and some senior religious leaders were also part of this, the onboard passengers. 3 helicopters were part of the entire convoy of President Raisi. 2 of them reached to their destination very safely, but only Raisi's helicopter crashed in that mountainous region. The helicopter, which was a US-made helicopter, and it was believed to be very old, somewhere it was made in 1970. This is what being reported, and probably it was not well maintained. The black box of the helicopter will be retrieved, and probably that will shed more light onto why this helicopter crashed, what were the technical reasons, why at all this helicopter, if it was not fit for the travel, why President Raisi was allowed to travel in this helicopter. These are all the points of investigation, but for now we do know that Iran has lost its one of the most senior leader. The President Raisi was believed to be very close to Ayatollah Khamenei, and he was also being considered as a apparent of Ayatollah Khamenei, who is aging and probably also searching for his new person who can take charge of the senior most religious leader. We know that Iranian government runs in a theocratic way, where the religious leader is a supreme authority and he decides mostly the foreign policy, defense policy, and major domestic policies. And in that context, Raisi's meteoric rise from a normal family to the position of Iranian president is nothing less than a miracle. He was also part of the senior judiciary for a very long time, and he is blamed to have given execution order for many dissenters also in the past. So there is some controversy that was also attached to him. But for now, he was believed to be one of the most influential, decisive, and very aggressive leader who was trying to take Iran into a direction that was probably more conservative and more appealing to the clerics who are sitting in power in Iran for the last 6 decades almost. And with the Middle East crisis that has been going on, Iran-Hamas war, and other tensions, Iran's leadership, the loss of leadership right now is a big setback for Iranian regime, and we'll have to see how they not only replace the Iranian president, but also how do they shape the next political move, next key policies that will be from here onwards, that will be decided, and how it will shape the new narratives in the region. India and Iran had just signed a new deal that meant that India will be developing Chabahar Port Shahid Beheshti portion for a 10-year contract. India-Iran was also very important, pivotal point for international north-south corridor, transport corridor that India, Russia are trying to develop, and Iran was assumed to be one of the significant and middle portion of the entire north-south transport corridor. So India-Iran bilateral ties were in a way growing at a deep trust and strategic advantage that the two sides were giving to each other. We'll have to see how the new regime in Iran takes place and how the dimensions of bilateral ties and the regional ties will pan out in the days to come.